Hey everyone, it's Kim Greco here with Let's Get Candid. I have a super special guest today. Her name is Tracy Cairns Sharpe and she's with Doterra. Good morning, bright and early on a Friday morning.
Good morning, Kim.
How are you, my dear?
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. My pleasure having you. My goodness. Today we're going to talk about your how you got started in this fantastic company, and we want to hear about some of your favorite topics, products, and how you see the company moving forward. I think it's an important. I think the products are really important and they're so helpful for people. And I don't know that much about essential oils, so I'm really excited to pick your brain today. So how about we get started with how and why you got started with doTERRA?
Well, the first time I tried doTERRA, I was actually with you. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember? We were out in the West Coast, and a friend of ours, a mutual friend out in the West Coast, was using a lot of doTERRA essential oils. So that was the first time I got to sample essential oils. doTERRA's essential oils, actually. I started trying them because my daughter wasn't sleeping. And so it was recommended by our beautiful friend Barb to try lavender for her at night. And so I did. I came home from BC and I put some of doTERRA lavender. I had ordered some before we left the West Coast, actually. And I put some in her a diffuser next to her bed. And sure enough, she slept through the night.
That's incredible.
That was after months of not sleeping.
Wow.
So, yeah. And so that was the first time I tried doTERRA essential oils, and how, the reason why I wanted to try it in the first place was I just wanted to see my baby girl like sleep.
Of course. Were you pleasant? Like, were you shocked, or were you like? Would you probably say, "Why didn't I discover this sooner?"
Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, the first time when I woke up the next morning and I realized that she had slept through the night, I of course, like any mom would, like running upstairs to make sure that everything was okay.
Yes, of
Because
course.
oh my goodness, like, she all the night. I wasn't up half the night, and after that, I was like, I am sold. And why didn't I think of this sooner?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, absolutely. And so right then and there, you just jumped into the business part of it, or did you take a little bit of time?
Oh, I took some time. So at first, I just really wanted to try everything. I became very interested in learning more about all the different oils that doTERRA had and how I could use each one of them. And I started to try, and before I even thought about the business, I started to try and detoxify my home because I
Okay.
saw it as an opportunity to get rid of chemicals out of my house.
Okay.
Because they have laundry detergent and household cleaner, and that I was finding all these recipes on how to make my own household cleaner. I was really finding ways of getting rid of all those heavy chemicals in my house.
Oh,
So
fantastic. Wow.
yeah, I spent a lot of time just absorbing all of the ins and outs of that part of it.
Hmm.
And eventually, I think about a year later, I accidentally fell into the business side of things. Like it was, I jokingly call it my accidental passion business, right? Because my cousin called me up one day and said, hey, have you ever thought about teaching a class and of essential oils? Because she had started using them as well. And I'm like, no, I haven't, but I've taught dancing all this time. Like I'll give it a go.
Right.
And I went and taught a class at her house, and she invited about 8 or 9 people, and I taught an essential oils class, my very first one.
That's incredible.
And then a business was born.
Just like that.
Just like that.
And I suppose you got orders on the spot and people were so enthusiastic. Were you prepared for orders on the spot? That would be my thing. I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
I wasn't. So
Okay.
I had the paper form to fill out, but I was really overwhelmed at first because I'm like, okay, well, I guess you fill this out and you can,
Yeah.
there are kits, or you can get oils. And I was literally tripping over my tongue trying to figure it all out.
I love it.
And it took me, I think my first class I ever taught, I think it took like 2 hours to teach, and then another hour of just like, I was there for like a long time.
Right.
Trying to figure it all out, trying to input everything.
Oh
And
my gosh.
hilarious. It was
That's a
hilarious.
fun story. That's well, and good, you had obviously had a captive audience because they stayed with you through the whole process.
They did. I was really lucky.
Yeah.
Really lucky. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So with this business, so how long have you been with doTERRA now? Because it's been a few years, if I remember.
So I made my very first purchase in 2016.
Wow.
I think it was May of 2016.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have
And
been, yes.
a year later, it was the following August
Okay.
that I started doing it as a business.
You know, it's a common thread with people who get involved with network marketing, wanting to be a consultant or a direct distributor. They tend to sample the products first,
Right.
try them out, and seems to be a common thread. Sometimes they're not the ones that are trying them out; they're giving them to friends to try. And that year seems to be, or year and a half seems to be the when people wake up and go, oh, this is fantastic. I love the products and I can make this a business and I can work from home and it's very inexpensive to start a business. There's no overhead. So it's really, yeah, it's fantastic, right? It really is. Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
No regrets.
I love that. I love that. So tell us about some of your favorite products. I don't know if you have any of your products handy there to show, but at least tell us about some of them would be great.
Okay, so some of my favorite products, these are two of my favorites. So peppermint and wild orange.
Okay.
I think these are two, and I think these are two that we actually tried out west because we were in the middle of adjudicating a dance competition, and we just wanted that little perk me up.
And it works.
Yes.
They work. They're beautiful.
So I would I like to put a drop of peppermint in, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I put a peppermint and wild orange in my hand, just like this, just like that. And then I do a drop of peppermint, and the peppermint smells like candy cane, which is
I can smell it from here. I'll pretend I can.
If we had smell vision, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I just do this, and I close my eyes, and I just inhale, and everything opens up.
I love it.
Yeah, and I have so much, and it just gives me that little burst of energy that I need. And the peppermint is so cooling, and the orange is so fresh. That combination of those two is a really great way to just that little burst of energy, that little airways, just a little day pick me up.
I love it. And when you're adjudicating those long days, you need it for sure.
When I'm adjudicating, I always have these two with me for sure.
Right. Amazing. And you just mix them together and you just
even peppermint's great. You can also put a drop under your tongue, like if you've had a cup of coffee or whatever, and be talking to people after you just had a cup of coffee, right? Yeah. And you have that aftertaste, so you can also put a drop of peppermint in your mouth and freshen everything up that way too. Which is
that right? So some of the oils you can ingest then.
Yeah. So some of the oils you can take internally. Lemon is another one that you can take internally.
Right.
And that in my water in the morning.
You do?
Yeah, and it helps to cleanse everything out and taste delicious, and yeah.
Amazing. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, so when you talk about the cleaning supplies or products, do you make those yourself, or does the company actually package them?
I actually do. So I don't have my On Guard cleaner up here, but it's called On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and it's about a bottle about the size, and I will take a big bucket and fill it with water and put a squirt of the cleaner in, and that's it. Okay. And I will like clean surfaces and everything else throughout my whole home. A little goes a very long way. So they do have that, and they have laundry detergent, also with the On Guard, which is our protective blend. I think I have it up here. Yes, right there. Okay. But I also like to make my own. And it's super easy. So I take a glass spray bottle, and I put about half a cup of vinegar, and then I fill most of it with water, and I put some drops of On Guard and some drops of lemon. Oh, nice. And that's it. And I just give it a good shake, and that becomes my surface cleaner, my little spray all-purpose cleaner there. And same thing with glass cleaner. If I want to clean my mirrors or my glass, I'll just take some water, I'll take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and some vinegar and some peppermint oil. and
Oh, really?
lemon, and I make that in a spray bottle and I use that as my class cleaner.
Well, your
And it
house must smell lovely, like a garden.
cheap and it's really effective, and
Yeah.
it cleans like anything.
That's incredible. I love that. Clearly you've done your homework on the products, and I love that you're experimenting and using the products in your home. So it just talking to people must be so easy for you because you actually practice what you preach, right? So, which is great, and you believe in the products and they work.
Oh,
So,
wholeheartedly, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
that's
Sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, for the company, where do you see it? Will it continue with the essential oils? Maybe introduce new essential oils? What's the future of the company look like?
Oh my gosh, the future of doTERRA is so incredibly bright. They're in the process, if you can imagine, they're already in 110 countries as it is, but
Oh,
they're in the process of opening up 3 more countries
okay.
to sell
Wow.
products. So it is a global company. Every year they release new oils. But the cool thing about doTERRA though is that they never oversource their oils. They work really, really hard to find farmers from all over the world that are experts in their field. So they want to make sure that the oils that they're harvesting has been grown in the most optimal way. Best soil, best light, everything, because that's the only way you're going to get essential oils that are um, potent and pure and right,
Right, exactly.
and that are, I guess, the best possible. I mean, we can grow lavender everywhere, but that
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get the best essential oil from that lavender, because we don't
Right.
necessarily have the right amount of sunshine or the right amount of heat or the right amount of chemicals in the soil itself, the
Right.
minerals.
Hmm.
So they work really hard to source where these plants are best grown,
Right.
and then they partner with these farmers to make sure that they're dealing with the experts in the field. And what I love about this company is that they work hand in hand with their farmers as partners, and they pay them on time and fair wage,
Love
which
that.
right, because some of these oils are grown at their best in third world countries, right? So
Hmm.
they need something, you know, to help a hand up, right?
Of course.
And then they also work with these communities to say, okay, so we want to partner with you to grow these essential oils, but what else can we do? And they'll build, you know, roadways, waterways, schools.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah, their humanitarian side is unbelievable.
that's incredible.
So
I did not know that. Wow, that's something. Hmm.
and so they work really hard with these farmers from all over the world to do that. So every year they're able to bring on more and more ethically sourced oils.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so every year they bring on new products. They create new blends with new scientific research every single year of what can be helpful for various things. They also create new lines. So you can get everything from skincare products. So we have 3 different lines of skincare. We have shampoo, conditioner, household cleaners. We have all natural deodorants. We have, like, you name it,
Wow.
doTERRA.
Again, more information I didn't know. I think of essential oils and I think of a diffuser and I think of like, I don't know, eucalyptus. That's what I think of when I think of it.
That's exactly what most people think, but no, it's so many more things. We have a full line of supplementation as well, so
Okay.
full vitamin lines, like everything,
Wow.
and so it's incredible, and the business just keeps on growing.
I love that. I can see the excitement and passion when you speak about it, and I love that. That's awesome. We were talking just before we went live here, and Tracy was mentioning a lot of we're both from the dance community, obviously, and so many dance teachers, dance people. Are getting more and more involved in that we call a side hustle or a side passion or network marketing, becoming a consultant, and it's lovely to see how the dance community is getting involved, and the entrepreneurial spirit is there naturally, I think, and it's really exciting to see the growth. And I'm really excited for you because I do remember us sampling the essential oils, and you just took it to a whole new level. I remember having my essential oil, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, but you literally turned this into a complete business, and I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk about the business side of things. Like if someone wanted to get involved, how does the business work?
So the business works. It's actually a lot easier than people think. Like I said, I did it for about a year without even really paying that much attention to it, because again, I refer to it as my accidental passion business, right?
Right.
Now I'm more focused on it. But when I first started, it was very much an accidental thing.
Yeah.
But it's actually a lot easier than people think. It is still work.
Of course.
We want to do it as a business. It is absolutely, it's definitely work. It's not a get rich quick thing at all. But it is definitely a profitable business. Let me put it to you that way. And so Doterra's compensation plan works differently than anything that I've seen in the past, and because they have many different ways of being paid. So there's 5 different streams of income when you're working with Doterra. You have if you want to sell retail, right? They have fast start bonuses, which means for the first 60 days that you have a new customer, you earn that. They have bonus pools. They have bonuses for levels. They have, and then they have their unilevel, which is your ongoing, I guess your residual, right? Yeah. So there's lots of ways that Doterra compensates you for earning a business. The really cool thing about Doterra is they really inspire cooperation and teamwork versus competition.
Like that.
Yeah. So they really work with the wellness advocates so that we build teams. And so there's a lot of cross-line help. There's a lot of help. There's no competition between wellness advocates because it doesn't benefit us. Right. It doesn't benefit us to compete with each other. It works more for us if we work together. Right. And that way we build our businesses larger, which I think is really a beautiful way of structuring a business. Right. To build that sense of camaraderie and that sense of teamwork, which is a beautiful thing. I mean, I think we as artists are naturally inclined to do that anyways and to collaborate. Yes. So it resonates particularly well with people in our industry because of that. And then the other thing about Doterra as a business is you can work globally. So I have customers from the US. I have people that I'm now talking to in Europe, and like we can do business anywhere in the world.
That is so cool.
Which is amazing, right? So we can have our customers here that are close to us and everything, but we can also work on a global level, right? Which is incredibly cool. And there's so much free training with Doterra to do it as a business, right, so that you can have every ounce of how to do the business step by step, like almost on the daily. You could do daily trainings if you wanted, like little tiny snippets of each day. Today you're going to do this. Today you're going to do this. Today you're going to do this.
They really lay it out for you.
They really do. Wow. They really do.
Yeah. I like that, especially for someone that, let's say I decided to join the company. I know nothing about essential oils, literally. So it'd be great because I wouldn't even know where to start. So the fact that they lay it out so simply for you, and you just complete your tasks, I think from then you just sort of become more and more knowledgeable, and you're able to talk, share about it, and it just becomes part of your fabric every day, right?
And the other thing too is because they breed such wonderful teamwork, it really inspires wellness advocates to help each other. So I talk to my upline. You would think that people that are in the highest level of the banking system in a business like this wouldn't have the time of day of you, but at any given time I can send off a text, I can pick up the phone, I can send an email, and I get almost immediate responses.
That's incredible. Yeah.
From my upline. It's incredible.
I love that. The support is there for sure. And now, now are you, so obviously you have a team that works with you, your own team?
Yeah, so my cousin is
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so I have a few team members of my own, and as I slowly build the business, and then of course I have my upline, which is my upline's team, where I work cross-line with a lot of them to build events.
Right.
That when we build an event, it's not just like one tiny little leg of a team. Right. It's like build an event, it's like we work together collectively.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Amazing. I have a question for you about frankincense. Do you mind me asking that question just off the top? I hear about this essential oil called frankincense and how important it is. Does Doterra sell frankincense? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
That's so funny you should ask, because that is our December promotion.
Oh, is it? Ah, I did not know that either. I'm learning lots of things today from you, Tracy.
Wow, Kim did.
No, did my homework. No, I didn't actually. I just pulled that out of my hat.
Yeah.
Tell
So
me.
every December, Doterra does this beautiful promotion where you can get frankincense for free.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I know. So frankincense, there it is. We call it the king of the oils.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah. And it could be, there's so many different uses. I mean, I can go on. We could do an entire hour.
Maybe we will then. Thank you. Next one. I'm booking you.
Love to use frankincense during meditation.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, and because it is such a wonderful oil for clarity and mood. But there's like I always say, when in doubt, frank it out.
Okay.
You can add frankincense to just about any roller blend that you do, anything that, and it is like the king of oils. The usage of frankincense is like crazy. It's unbelievable. But every December, Doterra does this this promotion where it's called PV, so that's personal volume. If you place an order that is 200 PV, you can get frankincense for free.
Amazing. That's an incredible offer.
It's an incredible offer. And cool story about frankincense. A few years ago, frankincense is really hard to get in its purest form because it's actually taken from the resin of the trees. And Doterra's sources theirs in Somaliland. And they never want, like I said, they never want to oversource their oils. So they were able to harvest enough that they could have an extra year's worth of supply, that they could give their farmers an entire year off, and they could let the trees rest for an entire year while still paying the farmers for that entire year off. Yeah,
that's
and
awesome
for everybody. So yeah, they are incredibly responsible with their sourcing.
Oh, I love that story. I love that story. I really do.
Off for free, right?
Yeah.
And still earn a yeah.
That's incredible. They really do take care of their people, don't they? I like that. Yeah. I've heard that about the company, actually, that I have heard. And you're just sort of just making it more apparent that they're just, they're great, really great at sourcing out their oils, and they take great care of their farmers. I have heard that and I've read it. So it is true.
Yeah, and they're also the most, like, they're very transparent. So there's a website you can go, sourcetoyou.com, and you can, on the bottom of every oil, I don't know if you can see that, there's a batch number.
Okay, yeah.
Enter that batch number, and it takes you right to all the testing results of that particular bottle of oil.
And what is that website called? I'm going to write it down.
It's called sourcetoyou.com.
Okay.
Sourcetoyou.com. And it tells you exactly where it was sourced, how it was sourced, and all the testing results. So you know that every bottle that you get is 100% pure.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to put my order in. I'm excited, but you're going to have to guide me through my order, okay? I definitely want the frankincense, so.
It's a beautiful oil.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So Tracy, you're going to be doing, so we have a Facebook, we just started this Facebook page. It's a private page where distributors from all over Canada come together to showcase their product, and the group keeps growing and growing. So I'm so thankful for that because of these amazing people who are on and showcasing their products, and so knowledgeable about their products. I've got the elite of the elite on there for sure. And Tracy, you're going to be showcasing, what is your day? I don't have my schedule in front of me.
I'm on Monday.
Oh, you're on Monday. Oh,
Monday,
amazing. Oh, I'm excited. Are you doing a full day? Are you doing a full day as well? Okay.
I've got a full day on Monday.
Amazing. So 9 to 9, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Awesome. I'll make sure I get this video, this interview up and all over social media so people know where to find you on Monday. That's fantastic. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to add before we close off this interview today?
I just want to say thank you. I mean, the group that you've put together is so incredible. Every time I go in that group and I see all the wonderful products that all these beautiful distributors are bringing to the table, it's such an incredible group. And you could honestly do all of your Christmas shopping
You
from.
can, yes.
You can sit down and just do all of your Christmas shopping from these incredible distributors, and
Yeah.
that would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, it's I pop in throughout the day, and I'm getting excited because I'm still not that comfortable going out into the stores, and I think everything I need is right there. So I'm with you. I'll be starting next week, so hopefully I can get everything in time. But I don't have any little ones running around anymore, so I don't think it matters if it arrives on Christmas Day or not, as long as they get it. We can have Christmas Day anytime.
I mean,
March is fine, yeah. I might have to wait till then to have a Christmas party. Tracy, thank you so much for hopping on. Love you dearly. Thank you so much. Your knowledge is beyond anything I could even do, gosh. And I'm excited to put my order in, and I want some frankincense, please. Okay, so I will touch base with you later today.
amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks. Have an awesome rest of your day, and thanks for getting up so early for me today. Appreciate it. Okay. Bye, honey. Bye. See you later.